Watch your step over here. Might end up looking like me.
Wasn't sure I'd see you again.
I have the code.
Suppose I... How'd you manage?
The railroad helped.
Oh, God. I would have expected they'd be... Sorry. You're not the... I did the best. Came up with some. Here's the shit. You know the crazy. All the data.
Sure. I'm sure it'll work.
For the record. But, if you can build this device, can you?
I've got it covered.
Good.
Right?
And don't you... It's my own. Now go on. Take...
Protect and serve.
Tell me that smells not you, because otherwise, you need to see a doctor.
Can we quit sucking down rads? Making me feel like crap.
Hi.
What do you need, General?
I have plans here.
The Institute? Why in the...
They kidnapped my baby.
Damn. We'll give you whatever help we can. Don't worry about that. Now, assuming you...
The Institute uses...
Teleport. We've gotten big enough, and I have a solution. Well...
Sounds like just... right?
So...
Yeah. Let's do this.
We'll do some recon.
Hey there.
I'll meet you at the castle once we're ready. I'll meet you at the castle once we're ready.
Go get your own. What I wouldn't give for a good stiff drink.
Some days are harder than others. But even the
Preston
hard days
thought
get easier.
you might be able to figure out these plans for me.
Sure thing. Let's see what you've got.
Here you go.
Wow.
It's real. I got it.
Seriously? Anyway, I'm gonna need some... But, you can get started on what he calls a stabilized reflector platform. It'll need some pretty high-grade metals, but it's basically not that different than the lining of a jet engine or something like that.
Good work, Sturgis.
Well, don't thank me yet. Here's a list
Sure.
while you're working on that. Keep in mind, like if you had... and it's...
Let me know if there's anything I can
Seems
do
to be
lighten the
growing well.
load. Or, you know, if you need anything proofread.
How's it going? Did you find a good spot to build your sig?
Yeah.
Good. Here's a list. I'll meet you over at the...
Thanks, Sturgis.
Good deal. One thing to keep in mind while you're building this, I'll see you over at the building.
Ain't this Jamaica Plain? Supposed to be some ancient treasure buried around here. Up for a dig?
Hearing shit.
Jackpot.
You can't hide forever!
Hey, I got something. Gotcha.
Bleed and die!
Not your day.
I'm gonna feast on your flesh, human! Where'd you go? Huh? Gonna find you? Gonna kill you! I wanted a fight!
This is just the waiting room? Guess there was real money in the suffering of others.
Bad move.
Yeah!
Again.
Oh, back to the usual daily tedium.
Going down. Basement.
That's it.
In sesame.
Sweet.
Please remain calm.
if you are injured.
Don't stand still!
Law-abiding citizens, please leave the area.
Going up.
Fugitive
Ground
is attempting
floor.
to evade capture. Beginning pursuit.
They run? Smart move.
Continuing search for fugitive.
Yes?
Once we got everything in place, we'll have to hook it all up to the same power grid.
Hey, Sturgis.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Shouldn't we test it first?
I wish we could. There's no way to test it without actually... As soon as the
Let's do this.
You sure? I'll start scanning.
Right?
Whenever you're ready. Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay. Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
Hello? I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I am known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
It's stuck. Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean.
Who are you?
Come on, Sean. We need to... Sean, Daddy's gone, but...
What's going on?
Right? Shh.
I don't know you.
Please, Sean. I'm your mother. To talk to me. Just open the door.
Father? Father, help me! She's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
An enemy may be utilizing stealth. How interesting.
Jammed.
Calculating most efficient attack.
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's he's a prototype, you understand. please.
Sure.
Let's start.
Father. That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the...
I'll make this very simple.
He's here. But I need you to realize that this... You have traveled very... It's good to finally... I am. Yes, in the vault. But then you learn that yours... Is it really? And here...
Hell of a story, but...
I'm glad you're willing to accept. At that time, scientific, so they...
I think I see where this is going.
Then perhaps you... The Institute endeavored to create. Plenty of that was available, even in the... But then I am the...
60 years. So much time. Wasted.
I know. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
So, you're in charge?
I am the Institute.
But...
I was the most qualified. I've lived my... Ultimately, just what else can...
Your father?
Yes.
Sure.
I've gone over the records. For many years, with old age, but what else can...
I think I've heard enough for now.
Very well. The Institute is on... I've been a part...
Right.
And now...
You want me to stay here?
Yes. That is... The Institute can provide... You've been in the common...
Things are pretty...
I've seen it myself. And it's a life that you... I simply ask that you give the... We really do have humanity's best. Will you take that chance? Thank you. The Institute is... You want to introduce... And finally...
Doctor, what are you doing here? Isn't today your day off?
It is. But honestly, what am I going to do with the day off?
I don't know. What do you usually do in your spare time?
Read test reports, compare data, work. What do you do? Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase out on these older models can't come soon enough.
Oh, I don't know. Most of them have lasted long past their projected lifespans. If you ask me, they were built pretty well.
I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see the full Gen 3 roll out.
There we go. All set. Unit, you can return to duty.
Thanks again.
Of course.
The Institute's a big place. It might take a while to learn where everything is.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
It's an honor to have you here, ma'am.
Hi, Doc. They weren't kidding. You really are here. Well, all right. I'm Allie Fillmore. You can think of me as the Institute's chief engineer. When Father told us about you, I could hardly believe it. You've been through so much. I think most people... If you don't mind...
Right. I guess I just...
That's understandable. Now, as you might guess, we maintain an... There's a lot of the work we do, so...
Absolutely.
Oh, good. Take it. If there's anything...
It must be a challenge to meet the power...
Absolutely. Over the years, we've learned a few tricks. When necessary. Fortunately, it's a good thing, too.
Have
you had time to examine my latest reports on Batch 274?
Not yet. I've been reviewing Father's plans to expand our operations at Warwick. He's eager to get that going, so I've had to put everything else to one side.
I wonder how the Warwick family is doing. Young Wally must be close to 10 years old by now. It's remarkable that any child can survive for so long up there, don't you think?
I try not to think too much about it. We have more than enough to occupy ourselves here. Those people are the last remnants of a dying past. It's best not to dwell on the subject.
They're still people, and they're suffering. We can at least admit that it's regrettable. After all, how can we hope to redefine mankind if we can't even hold on to our own humanity?
Well, that's a question best left to our colleagues in the robotics division.
Yes, well...
Excuse me, Doctor.
I suppose
Welcome.
you're right.
So good to have you here. Dr. Clayton Holdren, head of the Bioscience Division. I can't wait for you to see the work we're doing. It's truly amazing.
I look forward to learning more about it.
In that case, let me give you a brief overview of what we do here. As the name implies, the Bioscience Division specializes in fields of study such as botany, genetics, and medicine. Our most important directive is to ensure the health and well-being of everyone in the Institute. To that end, we cultivate highly specialized breeds of flora for use in food and medicine. We've even started to explore the idea of synthetic animal life. You probably saw the gorillas. They're really just a pet project at this point, but the potential is exciting nonetheless.
Yeah, I can't imagine anything more exciting than fake gorillas.
Speaking only for myself, I find them fascinating. Of course, I might be a little biased. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time as it is, but I have...
I'm not sure how well I'll fit in, but I'd like to give it a try.
Great. I was hoping you'd say that. In any case, I imagine you'll want to continue looking around. Or, if you prefer, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Tell me more about those synth gorillas.
On the whole, I'd say they were... Unfortunately, we had a few early setbacks. They destroyed 2 of their synth handlers. So now we keep them in...
Dr. Holdren?
Anything I can help you with?
Is there anything I can do to help out?
There might be. Tell you what, you get settled in, and...
Right.
Good to see you again. Did you need something?
You mentioned medical care? I might need that from time to time.
In that case, you'll want to introduce yourself to Dr. Dean Volkert. He's our top biologist and also serves as the Institute's resident physician. Dr. Volkert works in the infirmary. Just pay him a visit whenever you need to. You won't find better medical care anywhere else in the Commonwealth. I'll promise you that.
Is it true Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Nothing. At this point, she's just doing it for fun.
of Trial 6. The last week has been very productive but exhausting. I think we'll need a break after this. Benet has done some really marvelous work with the personality mesh. It's almost too good. The responses map almost identically to expectations, some of the most lifelike I've seen. Of course, it's not really Sean. None of his memories are in there. That, even now, would be a step too far. It's starting to have an effect on the team, I think. I know I've been caught up in the moment once or twice. Just a second or two, forgetting that he's not a real boy. Still, I think we'll need to consider restricting him to the lab only for the moment. I'm well aware that others are put off by his presence. If I were slightly more arrogant, I might consider that a sign of success.
Excuse me, Doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, I know who you are. We all do. While I'm sure Father is very happy that you're here, I do hope it doesn't interrupt our work.
Don't worry. I promise I won't get in your way.
Thank you, I do appreciate that. Oh, before I forget, let me see that Pip-Boy of yours. I've been told to install a courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute at will.
Thank you. I'm sure that will come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, handy is something of an understatement. In case the significance is lost on you, you'll be the only one here with that kind of access. If nothing else, it should demonstrate the amount of trust Father has placed in you. Now, unless there's something else, I really do need to get back to work.
I'd like a progress report on your division, if you don't mind.
Taking your new appointment in stride, I see. Very well. We've shifted resources off of other projects, like the child synth, to focus on Phase 3. I'm hoping that the above-ground efforts are successful. I understand those depend heavily on you.
If you ask me, we're only scratching the surface with the latest synths.
Scanning. Subject identified.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. We'll start the next trial, then. The dosage will be much larger this time, and the side effects will likely be more pronounced.
Will there be any pain?
I honestly don't know. I suppose it's your job to find out. Now hold still.
So Dr. Ayo thinks he can hide in his office, does he? Well, you can tell him that I intend to speak to Father about these unannounced security sweeps
There.
of yours.
All done. You can return to your duties. And remember to record every symptom you experience. in detail.
I hope I'll prove a useful test subject for you, Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to report, ma'am.
You smell like you've been above ground.
I'm seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads together.
What now?
They're dragging their feet on the targeting package upgrades I asked for. Maybe I should take some courses with me. You know, send a message.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see.
I know it'll be a difficult adjustment for you, but
Hey,
try
Doc.
to remember that synths aren't people.
So, here you are. Justin Ayo, Acting Director of the Synth Retention Bureau. I'll be upfront with you. We're going to be keeping a close eye on you for the near future. Despite your relation to Father, you're a bit of an unknown quantity.
I'm sure you understand. There won't be any issues, will there?
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outsider.
The first outsider to be allowed access to the Institute in quite a long time, in fact. There's little precedent for this situation, so it's only natural to take extra precautions. It's nothing personal, I assure you.
Now, Father has asked that I provide you with a brief overview of the Synth Retention Bureau. Our primary responsibility is the recovery of escaped synths that are hiding among the human population on the surface.
Hello? You there?
I'm sure it's best for everyone if the synths remain here.
Certainly. We can't allow sophisticated Institute technology to fall into the wrong hands. The results could be disastrous. Our main instrument is the Courser, a third-generation synth assigned to operate on the surface. Coursers hunt down and reclaim synths that have escaped the Institute. They are highly self-sufficient, trained in combat, infiltration, and tracking. In a word, our Coursers are relentless. But I gather you know all this, since you've encountered one already. In fact, I'd very much like to know how you defeated it.
I'm no stranger to combat.
Even so, a Courser should be more than a match for any single combatant. I suppose I'll have to ask robotics to perform detailed diagnostics on the entire production run. As if we don't have enough problems. Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
Hello? You there?
If you're the acting head of the SRB, who are you filling in for?
Dr. Zimmer holds that position. He's supervising the retrieval of some of the more high-profile units. In his absence, I keep things running smoothly.
I hear we're about to get a new food supplement.
Reporting status. All functions normal. All systems nominal. Greetings, ma'am. Operating at full capacity. Scanning unknown identity. Clearance confirmed. Reporting status. All functions normal. Operating at full capacity. Greetings. As the Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface. How may I assist you today?
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
You've got technology here that I never dreamed possible. It's amazing.
I'm glad you can appreciate what we've accomplished. None of it has been easy. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind, redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision. The superior synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos.
If the synths are intelligent and self-aware, then they have a right to free will.
However closely they may approximate human behavior, they are still our creations. When you see what I have to show you, I think you'll agree that we know what is best for our synths. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership, the Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth. I hope you're not too overwhelmed. This really is a matter of importance.
Who erased his memories? And why?
Those idealistic radicals who call themselves the Railroad are behind it. We'll deal with them in time. But right now,
Right.
Now you should get moving. Many...
Hey.
Here's that holotape you gave me. Full of Institute data. I hope.
Well, all right. I'll start digging into this and see if I can make heads or tails of it.
The Institute isn't our enemy, remember.
I know, but it never hurts to be prepared. Just in case. All the good stuff on here is going to be encrypted.
Sure.
After that, well...
Hey.
Got my attention. Little something to liven up the day?
Your thoughts?
If someone needs help, we help them. If someone needs hurting, we hurt them. It's not hard.
I was wondering where you and I stand.
Hey, I ain't hard to please. You and me, we're fine.
That's all.
Yeah, sure.
Can't believe we slept. This late.
There's no sport to spilling blood if the person ain't earned it. Lucky for us, the Commonwealth provides.
Nothing stays hidden forever. At least, not if I have my say.
Here, that's too much. Give something here.
Let me know if there's anything I can do to lighten the load.
What do you need?
Or, if you need anything proofread.
Hey, you need a fix?
I'm sure I've got something you need.
Let's see what you have.
Let me know what you'd like.